In this video, I'm going to guide you through the price action to understand what the market is doing and how to identify high probability setups. The very first thing I need to do as a price action trader is to identify the main structure. And the main structure is a trend range. We don't have any strong trend. We have sideways structure up and down. So I need to identify key levels for a trend range. I'm going to start with the highly important key level right here. And at first, I would select my key level at the low of the day because the lowest point of today's price action. But as I can see so many bounces around this level, this is a sign that a lot of buyers deem this price level worthy. I'm going to pull my support a little bit higher. And right now I understand where the extremes of a trend range may be. And this is important because I don't want to be buying directly into these highs and selling directly into these lows. Now I'm going to also use another rule in price action as the trendline rule. Trendline rule says that to break of a channel, I expect a new extreme. We started with a spike and a channel pattern. We had a great high probability setup second entry short at the EMA and we created new extreme. So once I see a new low for this channel, price action tells me that I can expect reversal or correction. So I'm gonna once again locate a channel to the upside. Price action keeps working higher. Now I can see that we have small break new high, but we have another push to new extreme and we have so many geometric formations here. This is a little bit more advanced, but I can start to anticipate possible spike and a channel. You can see how perfectly this fits. This really makes sense, kind of like a volatile spike, a little bit of a consolidation, and nice geometric formation. This spike and a channel fits well. So I am trading a trend range and I'm following the short-term channels. This will help me to navigate price action correctly. So right now, I just need to buy a high probability setup. And we have first entry long, second entry long. Now this right here is the second entry long at the EMA, which would be high probability setup. We have a downtrend in play, but notice we had overshoot at the bottom, which can generate strong momentum. But because we don't have a clear break in new extreme, at least on my chart, I'm going to mark it a little bit more aggressive because you need to be more advanced to understand you have overshoot and it can produce stronger momentum. But this spike and channel needs to get new extreme, which we formed, and market push lower. So what's going through my mind right now? I expect right now short-term bearish downtrend. Okay, because uptrend played out, we're in a trend range, so I'm just going to follow tight channels. Let's see what's going to happen. We're working lower. Okay, so we have pushed too far down for any setup for me to take. So right now what I need to do, I need to reset the count again and look for a second entry short at the EMA. Okay, I'm looking for high probability setups, something like this. We have first entry short. We have a second entry short, but it's so far from the EMA, not even the tail is touching the EMA. That's not a good sign. I need to see second entry short at the EMA. So unfortunately, I cannot take it. And I'm waiting. Market created a break in new extreme, so I'm going to mark my new low. And price action created another push down. So right now you can see we are back at the important support. So this means you expect stronger bullish bounce. Now I was even eyeing possible wide the channel because we had bearish imbalance. But I cannot be selling just yet because we have strong and proven support. I can only sell if I get a break in new extreme of the uptrend and then push back below EMA. So if you're observing this channel like me, possibly thinking about this, you still need to respect this important support. You are trading in trend range, and in ranges, you expect price action to go long at the bottom and sell at the top. Okay, so we expect right now stronger bullish momentum and price action reverse. At first, I would draw my channel like this, and we keep working hard, and we actually have visual to like a pullback. Now we form micro double top. But you can see we have first leg down, push, second leg down. And EMA keeps holding right here and right here. And because EMA keeps holding every single time and we're coming off the bottom of the trend range, we can take visual second entry long. This is a visual one. But because EMA keeps holding every single time and you're coming off the bottom of the trend range, this is a decent setup. And market keeps working higher. And because I can see so many smaller legs to new extremes, so many pushes, this means I'm going to widen my channel. Okay, the channel is clearly stronger. You can see how many confirmations I'm getting. So I'm always trying to look for these channels. The channels are evolving, but because you have so many pushes higher and so many swings, high highs and high lows, you need to draw wide the channel. EMA is holding every single time, and you can see how far price action is pushing. At this point, it's pretty obvious the channel is bigger. So what are you expecting? Price action is telling you that the structure right now is bullish. What is the bias? Ask yourself. Because there are trends even in trend ranges. Okay, so right now we are in the middle of the trend range, but our bias is bullish. You don't have to worry about anything else. but just getting a long setup because right now you're following this trendline rule. So I'm expecting second entry long at the EMA, at the trendline, at the key entry point. Can you get it? We cannot, and we have overshoot. So you can see overshoot is overbought territory. We're far away from the EMA, and because we had so many confirmations here, I'm not going to widen the channel like this because I have no confirmation. So this is clearly overshoot. So I expect right now strong momentum. If there's going to be second entry long at the EMA, I cannot take. Okay, because overshoot can generate strong momentum. What can we get? We have a small break new low. This is good. So right now, when I'm observing a structure like this uptrend is new high. That's all I'm thinking about. I need to time it correctly. So because overshoot can generate stronger push, I want to see push above EMA and a high low confirmation second entry long. The reason why we can't take second entry long below EMA is because you never know how many smaller pushes after overshoot are going to be. So I want to see the push above EMA to confirm that the buyers are in the market. Okay, this is good. But this right here is our high low. You can see my high low didn't break below this bar. A little bit congested. Had it at least broke lower, I would have considered. But this right here is a little bit, not so great, but great context. If you expect high low here, you're doing good because the uptrend is new high. The bias is simply bullish. So you're only looking for good setup. And then we had a failed second entry short. Now this failed second entry short, unfortunately, is inside bar as well. We didn't break lower, but because right now we have two bearish attempts to reverse the market and EMA keeps holding, I believe this is a decent setup. A little bit more aggressive, definitely a little bit more aggressive because the single bar is not the best. I mean, it didn't break below. I actually took this setup myself because once market attempts something twice and it fails, the sellers will throw in the towel and you need new extreme, so all the sellers will get stopped and their stops are going to get ran through. So decent setup, and market created the new extreme. So once I see new high, I'm gonna right now pause looking to go long. Okay, I can try to pull my resistance a little bit lower because it makes sense. We are in trend range, we have break new high, so I can combine range rules with trendline rule. Break a new high, I'm pausing looking to go long. At the same time, we are at the upper part of the trend range. Even though you may not be fully sure where the highs are, you expect price action to go lower, to reverse. I want to see failed second entry long below EMA. Can we get it? And we cannot. EMA keeps holding. That's okay. I'm waiting. And finally, price action is working lower. So this is important. This is what I want to see if I expect reversal. But EMA is not holding. I was even thinking about possible some channel like this because you were breaking above EMA. But as you quickly push below, okay, you adapt. Double top, resistance, strong push below EMA. Can you get a setup? I was looking for second entry short here. First entry short, second entry short because the downtrend needs to get new extreme. Following trend line rule. Everything makes sense today in price action. I'm gonna mark my new low. So I have break a new extreme. I'm pausing looking to sell because I have break a new low. So I'm just gonna be waiting. Now we have high low, but I cannot take this. What is this high low confirming? Nothing. We are just in the middle of no man's land. There is no bullish trend line, no key entry point, nothing. This is no good setup because we don't have any bullish reason to go long, any bias, nothing. So I'm just waiting here. We broke lower, and this is interesting. You have to ask yourself, okay, why we continue working lower after breaking new extreme? Uptrend has a break new high. So right now, the only explanation is we're coming off the range highs. We're most likely going to go all the way down here because we bounce at the support. The target is the resistance. Range rules, now that the target is the support, we're bouncing off the highs. And we have new low, first entry short, second entry short. We cannot take, it's above EMA and the stretch is unclear. But this push below EMA is right now resuming the bearish bias, and lower high is the confirmation setup in case you're not sure what's going on in the market. And this right here is a great lower high confirmation setup. Single bar is really nice, and market continues working lower. And because I can see price action trending lower so strongly, I'm going to redraw a downtrend. I always want to have channel present on my chart. So right now, simple price action. Just like to the upside, only thing I'm thinking about is buying. Right now, the bias in this range is bearish. We have confirmed channel. We have a lot of confirmations here. So only thing I'm thinking about is a high probability setup at the EMA because the target is the support of the trend range. I'm not thinking about buying. I cannot sell far from the EMA, and we have what looks like overshoot. So I'm gonna be pausing looking to sell because we can have stronger momentum in the opposite direction. Now a few traders went long here, and the idea here is actually not bad because you're combining the overshoot You're far from the EMA, so you expect stronger bounce with the support important key level. So buying momentum here is very likely to happen. Problem is, it is more aggressive because you never know how many small pushes lower there's going to be. So you need to make sure you fully accept the risk of this trade, because next time there can be one little bounce lower. It's hard to time it. For this reason, I'm not going to mark it. It makes sense context wise, but it's a little bit more advanced. I'm going to redraw the channel. At this point, I'm still following the overshoot. I expect break of a channel, okay? But that is not happening. EMA is rejecting strongly, and this is interesting. Because price action is failing to break above EMA and we have congestion, this tells me that the bearish momentum is still so strong in the market. I may consider lower high breakout pullback out of the congestion. Can we get it? And we cannot, so no problem. I'm just gonna wait. I follow the rules. If market is not doing what I want, I'm just being patient. We push too far down, retrace too much of this uptrend. This is no longer considered lower high breakout pullback, just a first entry short. I'm just waiting. At this point, kind of no man's land. We're too close to these lows, in the middle of the channel, no good setup. So I'm just gonna be patient. I want to see break of the channel possibly, and notice what we have. And this is interesting. I didn't take the setup. I was tempted, but I was really hoping we would break the channel. At this point, we can clearly see that the structure is not behaving as overshoot. Okay, because EMA got rejected and this channel didn't get fully new extreme, so channel is wider. So I'm going to adapt. But we can see that we have congestion. We have failed breakout out of the congestion, and we are bouncing at the important key entry point that we were able to identify very early. And the bias is bearish, and this is a failed breakout out of the congestion. Most breakouts will fail, just like a trend rule, and this is a decent high probability setup. Key entry point, the trend line, and it is a failed breakout right here. I cannot sell anything directly into these lows. Remember, you want to be selling high when the correction phase will end. Right now, you're at the bottom of the push phase. I need to respect the room here. There is no room to scalp. I expect correction. Okay, not selling, respecting this uptrend. Okay, only thing that's going through my mind right now, I want to see break a new high of this uptrend, push below EMA, and new low for this downtrend. I'm using the trend line rule. The big pattern is important. I'm not buying because this is just a temporary correction. We need to get new low for this channel. Okay, can we get a break a new high? Okay, we have a break a new extreme. Great. Perfect. I can see even some possible resistance. Can we get a push below EMA and lower high? Push below EMA. Lower high is above EMA, not what I want to sell. Why are we pushing above EMA? So at this point, the only chance is to get a second entry short, which would also be a failed second entry long. Remember, we still need to get new low for this downtrend. Uptrend played out. We're below EMA. Everything is aligning. Can we get a setup? And we have great double high probability setup. Second entry short and a failed second entry long. New low, first entry short, second entry short, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. I was about to take this setup. I prepared my limit order, but as you can see, there is a gap and limit order never was filled because price action never came back. Okay, there is a little gap. Market never ticked back, so unfortunately, my limit order didn't get filled. But this is a great setup because next time you will see setup like this, your limit order may get filled. You could have used stop order entry. In that case, you would have had a winning trade. So right now, what I have to do, I have to think about the price action rules. Always keep price action rules in the back of your mind. Downtrend played out with the break and new extreme. I'm pausing, looking to sell. Uptrend played out with the break new high. I'm pausing long setups. We may reverse. Downtrend played out with the break and a new extreme. We may reverse. Okay, because we are below the important key level. Remember range rules. Most breakouts will fail. I cannot really go long because this was quite bearish. And by the way, I want to talk about quickly. You may be thinking about playing just this downtrend. Why am I selecting this wider downtrend? Okay, there's a reason for this. I'm selecting this wider downtrend because this tighter downtrend started later. You have to explain why you have this push down and this push down without a channel. This is where the downtrend originated from. I don't want to leave candles on the chart without a pattern, without a channel. So if I'm going to use this one, I'm ignoring the price action here, and I don't really want to do this. And you can see here, we don't have a scenario like this. This tight uptrend started straight from the very bottom. So I don't need to draw any wider channel because this is where the uptrend started from. But here, if I'm going to use this tighter one, I have leg here, leg here. And for this reason, I want to make sure I widen the channel. And also, we never truly broke above EMA for a long time. You can see how price action for the most part is still below EMA. So this is quite a decent downtrend. So right now, if I want to go long, I want to see push above EMA and a felt second entry short. I want to see reversal pattern, tempting high low, but I don't think we can risk it just yet. This was quite bearish push down. Can we get a felt second entry short? We have a felt second entry short, but it needs to form at the EMA. This is not at the EMA. Okay, top of the move. Unfortunately, I cannot go long. It's a shame because context-wise, great setup, but unfortunately, it didn't form full at the EMA. We have a break and new high, but once again, we have geometric formation that allows me to select spike and a channel. We never even touch the EMA. However, I need to respect these corrections. I'm gonna follow the short-term channel. Okay, we're breaking above EMA. Can I get, you know, high low? Not sure if it would be enough because this downtrend doesn't have fully break and new low. Can we get a second entry long or felt second entry short? And we cannot. We already created a new extreme. So this is right now confusion. I want to see clear pattern, which we don't get. This is kind of like a small trend range form at the bottom of the main one. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to follow short-term channels as best as I can. That's always your best bet. Okay, can we get a second entry short at the EMA because this downtrend needs to get new extreme. I'm going to follow the channel. We have second entry short, but we have bullish bar. Cannot sell below bullish bar. We have new extreme. I need to pause looking to sell. Can I take high low? I cannot. This is very similar example to high low we talked about earlier at the top of the range. We don't have any bullish pattern, any channel, any key entry point. We're just hanging in the middle of no man's land. This is not a good setup. I don't have any bullish thesis to confirm this setup. I can't just blindly take random pattern without context fitting. So this is area of development, flat EMA. I'm just going to be patient. Okay, this is very rangy. We have break and a new high. We can see that we have some triple top. What if there is some resistance? Okay, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. Break a new extreme. This is interesting. We have a lower high. Confirmation of the second entry short. Problem is it's not fully below EMA. Felt second entry long would have been better. But if you took it, I can mark it more advanced. It's still at the EMA, above the EMA, but there is triple top right here. So the sellers are stepping into the market. Can we get a felt second entry long? No, it's too far down, far from the EMA. And now it's getting way too late. This is the overall picture for today. You have to combine the main range rules with the trendline rule. The trendline rule today was perfect. Clear bias, break new high. You expect bearish bias, break new low, and reverse. So there were a lot of setups at the beginning, but there were almost no setups right here. So we didn't get much chance to find setups here, but early price session was fairly predictable. So I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.